Alright, well, I guess you can say this is like the part 2 version of the weekend review from the video I did yesterday, but anyway, let's get started. So today I'm reviewing Lee Daniels' The Butler. This isn't a movie that I don't think anyone has seen yet. I don't know if anyone's seen it. I don't know if it is in theaters, and if so, it definitely was in my local theater, but anyway, let's just get started talking about the movie. Now, let me just say this. The movie was fantastic. I smell Oscar worthiness for this movie. Like, I think it could be nominated, even though it's probably not going to win. It might win to some other foreign movie or some other movie that I don't even know about. But I think this movie is worthy of an Oscar for sure. This movie was fantastic. It's it's a story about this butler who's played by Forest Whitaker, and it really just spans through not really only just his the eight presidents that he served, but kind of through his life a little bit. Mostly really just in between those contexts of the 8 presidents that he served, from probably I think it was 1952 to 1986 or something like that. So he spanned over just about 34 years worth of serving as a butler. And he's the kind of guy, he just wants to serve, he just wants to be in and out like that. He doesn't want any attention and all that stuff. Forest Whitaker, I never really realized how good of an actor he is, because you don't really see him much in big Hollywood movies. I mean, he's done a couple of them that try to be big worldwide movies, but honestly, he's never really does them. He tries to stick to low class, something that he can get an Oscar out of, like The Last King of Scotland, or there's another movie in that he won an Oscar for it, but you probably know what I'm talking about. But he kind of does movies like that, and with this one, and I'm pretty sure this one is a worldwide release. This was a great movie. This is a fantastic movie, and he nails it as the butler. I liked him a lot as the butler. And and he's serving all these different presidents. Robin Williams is a president, James Marsden's president, Alan Rickman's president. He plays Ronald Reagan, and oh my god, I think he was the closest looking to any of the presidents in this movie. Alan Rickman, he definitely looked like a very passable Reagan, and I really liked him in this movie. And Snape. It's like, Snape? You're in this movie? Snape? The terrorist from Die Hard? It's you! I mean, I like Alan Rickman. He was great as Ronald Reagan. I liked him a lot. And you don't see him a lot, even though the story does span, from the 50s all the way to the late 80s, I like that. I like the chemistry that he has between all these different presidents, even though some may be a little bit longer than certain presidents, and it just really spans out in control. And then also Oprah Winfrey plays his wife. She's a great actress. I haven't seen her in a while. I haven't, especially ever since she stopped doing her own talk show, And I really liked her a lot in this movie. It was great to know that Oprah still got it. And the fact that she can do more than also have just been in movies way back in the day, and then also have just come out of retirement from her own talk show. But she's great. I like her a lot. And also the brother, I don't know the brother's name, but he's supposed to be this Panther type dude. And here's the thing also, this movie definitely takes on that racial slur, because honestly when I heard of this movie, it's going to be another racist movie, and it's honestly not that much of a racist movie. I mean, there's racial slurs and everything in there, kind of the segregation parts and stuff, and it's just some minor stuff and details thrown in and out, but honestly, it's not really about that. It's just a side story, really. But really, it is more of the moral story of, I mean, does take on a little bit of the racial concept, but it's really the relationship that he has between these people and how he has made an influence on these 8 different presidents. And that's really what the story is all about. And honestly, he won my heart over this movie. And that's really, in the end, that really made me like this movie a lot. Now, I mean, racial stuff, we've seen stuff like this before. I mean, it's in movies from, we remember the Titans, the Express, whether, I know I'm kind of naming off sports movies that deal with racial, and all that, racial slurs and racial segregation and all that. But I mean, that's what it feels like. It felt, that's what I felt like at first, about to watch this movie. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a whole however long movie about racism and all that. It's really not. It's something more than that, and it's really just about a man. You don't care about his race. It's just about a man who influences the life of these 8 presidents. And honestly, I'm really glad they took a ballsy move like that. I mean, just, you think it's really, you think of a movie this way, but honestly it's not. And honestly, that's the best thing I can ask for in a movie like this. And it was really fantastic the way they did that. I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a 9. I really like this movie a lot. I think this movie is worthy of an Oscar. I really do. and I hope it is nominated at the Oscars this year. I will be rooting for The Butler. I will be rooting for Lee Daniels himself. So, and hopefully this movie will win something. I think this movie can win an Oscar. I think Forest Whitaker can win an Oscar again. I mean, he's just a great actor. But, yeah, I mean, we still got a few more months, and honestly, let's face facts. There's probably not going to be that many movies at the Oscars this year. We're probably going to have to go back to 5 movies nominated for Best Picture, but that's just me. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and be sure to like, subscribe, tell all your friends. Oh, and before I go, I'm not going to be doing Summer Band for the rest of the week. This is my final week of summer. We're only going to be doing like the nighttime stuff from like 4:15 to 6, something like that. So I will have time during the day. So make sure y'all keep leaving me suggestions during, all this week to finish out the last week before school ends. Hopefully I'll do like a teen movie like on next Sunday or something like that to really kind of boost the school spirit up a little bit, even though, let's face it, no one wants to go back to school. But, just keep leaving me suggestions on any other movies you want, any movies at all, any favorites or least favorites. We haven't done those in a while. Any trailer reviews, anything like that at all. Just let me know in the comments below. And hopefully I will see you sometime tomorrow. Bye.